range of threats, fears, a loss of trust in Donald Trump's election. I think that democracy sort of globally feels like it's under threat for a variety of reasons, but the word I would use right now is fragile. Fundamentally, there has been a loss of trust in the democratic institutions that make our societies work, whether it's the free press, whether it's government itself. But as people have felt like they don't trust these institutions, that they are not representative of them, along come politicians who exploit those fears. I also think that income inequality has put strains on democratic institutions that were built a long time ago and haven't necessarily evolved to keep up with our changing economy and our shifting populations. So there are a whole range of threats, and my biggest fear right now is that our institutions aren't strong enough to withstand them. I think in the States, there are tensions coming from every sort of corner. So fundamentally, their racial resentment drove Donald Trump's election. There are now many studies to sort of definitively prove that racial resentment, kind of linked to economic anxiety, drove Donald Trump's election. And in America, we haven't grappled with our history of race relations in a way that makes people feel like we've reconciled them, and instead we've sort of just brushed them under the rug. And now we're dealing with the consequences of that. So in addition to sort of underlying racial resentment, there's also been the exploitation of people's economic anxieties and then turning that exploitation towards blaming immigrants and minorities and others for the ills that our economy has caused. And so it's a bunch of different forces that are kind of coming together, and I think it's going to take a lot of work to get out of it.